Hello everyone, welcome back. I've gone and got some hose for the carburetor. One end, it's the other end I need, it's that end. See that? It's a little joiner. So I've got some decent hose and a joiner to go on there. A vac pipe for the carburetor. So I'm going to prop you up. That should do it. Bring a bit further forward as far as I can go. There we go. And zoom in a bit. I'll try and get this all fitted and connect the big chunky blue ones, and I've got these little ones. So I'm going to basically try and get that connected to this. So I had to do this at home on this end with some really hot water, but I'm in my garage, there's no hot water available up here. So it's going to be a case of trying. So this is going to be interesting. Or will it behave? I don't know. And there's my arm in the way. See, there's another story for you. Or maybe I should use some kind of fluid to try and get that vac pipe to go. Maybe I should use a small amount of grease. I really don't want to put any kind of chemicals in there, to be honest with you. I might have to. Well, I'm trying to pull it back out. It didn't want to come. It didn't want to go. Perseverance, I think, it's going to have to be. Or should I just pull this thing off? Pull it off? I don't know. Yeah, take it off. I'm going to try and put something on this end just to make it go in a bit more easily. Back shortly. Really don't like using grease for something like this. Come on, on you go. Come on. It is going. I can zoom in on that. I've already zoomed in fully, I think, anyway. Oh no, maybe not. There you go. Let's hold that bit there. Try and squeeze this in a bit more. I don't even know if I can, you know, that's in shot with me in the way. It's going to have to go with beers. I was hoping to try and get it right up to the knuckle, but I don't think it's going to go. Right, so now I need to feed this up in between there. And then I need to decide how much of this hose to then put round to connect to the side of the carburetor, and I'd say about that much maybe. But am I going to need to take the carburetor off to do this? I don't know. I think I'll cut it about there. It's very weird because this tubing cost me $1.99. Yet the coupler only was £2.60. Makes no sense. Right, so this would normally go around and bolt onto the side of the go onto the side of the carb. So let's try and get this in there, shall we? It doesn't want to go. No small surprise. I'm going to have to unbolt the carburetor. How much fun is that? Well, no time like the present. Let's go on with it. Well, it took a bit of going, but I finally got the carburetor off. The far corner bolt does not want to undo. Anyway, just looked at the gap of that compared to that, and it's a huge difference. So I'm going to have to get some grease on here and really use some force to get it on there. And not having any water, or hot water at that, it's going to be a challenge. But I'll give it a go. Okay, so don't really want to put too much on here. If I can help it. Use a cloth to get some more of that off. I need some at least to, get it to move. Right, so now I've got plenty of this to play with. Oh, you bugger. Any crud going down there. And I've already cut my knuckle open. Yay! Nah. I may have to use a screwdriver or something just to open the end up. Because once that end is stretched open a bit, it will go. Should, theoretically. Well, it's on. There you go, it's on. Got to get the rest of it down. Now you may be able to see in there, if you look there, there is no spacer. So I need to get on and order that. I'm going to do it now. Spacer is ordered, but we've got to get this back together again because I've got to move the car. There we go. So hopefully when I get the spacer, it will be higher up. Not much higher, but it will be higher. And I'm just dripping fuel. And I think I need a new gasket anyway. I have to get a gasket kit. Let's try and tighten them up. It's going to leak. No, they're not going to tighten up any more than they are. So I think that gasket has had it. Well, as long as it's not tipped up, it shouldn't leak anyway, so... Right then, so carburetor is back in. Everything's all bolted up. The new vac pipe is in as well, so... Right, let's give him a start up and see what happens, shall we? Not a lot of room in here. Again. Power. Come on, TeeCee. Still not quite right. Something definitely not right here. Oh, smoky. Hello everyone, welcome back to Adventure 20 Part 2. I have got the carb rebuild kit, which I will show you in a second. I've given the washer bottle a clean because it was absolutely filthy, and I've got new hoses to go across for the jets. The only thing I couldn't do, the new hose would not fit in the top of here. It's just too narrow, so I've had to clean and use the original, but it's okay, there's no splits or anything, that's fine. One thing I do need to do is I need to get a grommet for down there into the bulkhead, and I need to clean up the metal there and give it a lick of paint. That would be a wise choice. So yeah, I need to get a selection of grommets and then I can do that. So what I'll do after I've installed the pump system, I'll go and get some grommets and refit it when I can. It's a pretty straightforward, easy job. Well, it's plumbed in, but I think I've gone a bit overkill with the hoses. But at least I can test it and I can shorten it if need be. The worst thing is to not have enough. So yeah, as you can see, the old yellowed original hose is in there, because that hose there, the new stuff, is just way too thick. Okay, right. I think I'm going to need a flat head to get those off. Hang on. I have no tripod today, unfortunately. Sorry for the shakiness. I'll try and set you up if I can, so you can see what I'm doing. Not the easiest, I'm afraid. I'll take the clips off from the bottom so then you don't get any scratches. Oh, actually, place that way around. Unfortunately, these screws, one's a screw, the other two are bolts. As you're aware that I damaged the top of the carburetor last time. Don't break it, please. There we go. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll lift you up so you can see. Probably noticed it from the other carburetor. You've got two there, you've got two there, and you got two on the back. You can just about see those. There you go. So let's get those undone. Now, probably going to get fuel going everywhere. I could wipe that out, would be a good idea. The gasket is stuck on the upper part of the carburetor. I'm going to have to disconnect this lower fuel pipe, because I need to obviously turn this upside down to be able to get to everything I need. And you can't see what I'm looking at. Let's move you. There you go. I need to remove that there, cut that off, and turn the carburetor upside down. There are some components in there that need to be replaced. Now you can see more damage there, which I caused, unfortunately. Where is it? Why do phones always do this? They focus on the background. Annoying. There we go. Chewed. That was a little surprising, but then again, no, because the fuel drops down if you don't use the car, and you have to use the, it takes a while for the fuel to get pumped through. Yeah, let's turn this upside down. Right, as you can see, there are some brass floats there, and these can degrade, but I will change these for the new one. But there's the gasket. That's quite wet, and that's beyond redemption, I'm afraid. Right, I'm just going to get this off and have a look at the jet underneath, because it should be 200. Oh yeah, I need to show you what's in the box, don't I? The new kit. Well, I've taken out of the needle there. I always forget which is the needle and which is jet. That's jet, that's needle, I'm sure of it. This one, it looks fine. But the replacement ones, apparently they're rubber tipped. I don't know if that's going to be improvement, I don't know. This here is the jet, and there's a hole there, look. And along the base, it says, if I can focus on that. Please focus. You focused just now. Anyway, it says 200 or 2.00. Oh, it did. So you can just about make that out. Anyway, let's put that down. The one in here, this is the new kit, by the way. I've got loads of O-rings. I don't know where half of the O-rings go. In here it says 200, but it's got more holes in it, look. So I'm wondering if that's going to improve flow. So let's get this fitted. I have had to put the light on and put them on a dark surface. Can you see the very faint shiny ring on near the tip of that one? Well, that is more pointy than the new one, and I think that is rubber tipped by the look of it. So what, I'm going to swap over this one as well. The jet is already in, so I'm going to put this in, but not just yet, because I still need to replace a little gasket on the top of the carburetor. Okay, so hold on to the camera, hold on to the top of the carburetor. Try and lever this up. There we go. That's loose. I'm going to take that out. That is a diaphragm in there. You see, if I hold the body of it and press the back, there we go, look. I'll check that, make sure it's not damaged. No, that looks fine. No problem there at all. Let's lay that down. And this is where there should be a gasket, and there's nothing. Interesting. Because here is a gasket, and I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to be there, and there's nothing. Interesting. Okay, let's bolt that down. Fingers crossed that'll be alright. One thing I've noticed I was looking at the channels on this, and you've got this little channel here, and you follow it along, and there's a little hole there, if you can see that. If you put your thumb over there and you press the back of this when it's all tightened down, you will feel pressure. So that is part of the system. So yeah, not overly sure what part of the system, but I noticed that works. I was looking at it thinking, why is there a spring there? There must be there for a reason. And yeah, I put my thumb on it and there's pressure. So yeah, it's there for a reason. If there wasn't pressure, I'd be a bit concerned, because there's nowhere else it can go. the top of the carburetor is done. The gasket is in. I've replaced the jet. I've cleaned up the surface where the gasket's going to go. So the next job, I've even taken out the filter and cleaned that, and it was full of white gunk, so crispy, nasty stuff. Okay, so the next job is to start taking things out of here. There is a jet there, and there is a jet there, and they both have rubber grommets. So I'm going to unscrew those and see how we get on. But one job I will need to do, which will require... Why is the camera not focusing? It will require flipping the carburetor upside down, so that means unbolting it yet again. But then again, I've got to get it off anyway because the spacer is due to come. I don't know about the little screws like this. I haven't got a clue. And these little brass things there. The top of this is that wet? Yeah, it's petrol. Yes, it goes to show the gasket was leaking. I've already cleaned out these two. I've already cleaned out that. I've already cleaned out these two. But underneath, you've got tubes that go down inside here. So I need to get those out and clean those. And I forgot the I forgot to bring the carb cleaner, so I'm going to have to go and get that. So yeah, right, I'll come back soon. This I think is a jet, and it is on the left side of the carburetor as you look at the engine bay. Now you can see the O-ring is pretty grotty. If I turn it, it's got quite a bit of debris sticking out the end there, look. That is gross. So I'm going to give this a clean. Sorry about the focus, this is done on a mobile phone. If I was doing it on my DSLR it'd be much better. Yeah, look at that, that is grim. So I think the end of this comes out. I'll take that apart and show you. There we go. It is a interference fit because that is flanged, so it slots into the back of there and doesn't move. So yeah, you can see the crud in the end of that. If I hold it against that, then you can see it's pointing through. I think this has been causing a lot of the problems. So yeah, let's get that out. That needs to be removed. Right, as you can see, new gasket is on. That jet is back in. That side all clean, put back in. These two in the middle, I unscrewed those and I used a very, very thin Allen key to poke down into the hole and drag up the little tubes that were going down. They were perfectly clean. There was nothing wrong with them. So the only blockage I found was on this little jet in the side there. So fingers crossed, that's going to solve the issue. It's not fully done yet because obviously I've got to get this side off yet, but I've still got to replace the spacer underneath. So once I've removed the spacer, I can then work on that side bit. There's no point taking it off twice. So yeah, I'll put the top of the carburetor back on and we'll give it a go, see if she fires up. Sorry. I'm in the car, as you can see. It's yeah, looking through the camera is weird. Okay. Right, that's set. There's a click at the bottom. Right, let's give TeeCee a few turns over, shall we? Just make sure he is in neutral. Yeah, handbrake is down, doesn't need to be on, because they can seize if you leave the car for too long. Right, let's give this a try. It's going to be a while till fuel gets through. Pump the throttle a bit. Almost. Almost. Right, he's running. Let go of the throttle. Dies immediately. Okay, let's have a fiddle with that screw. Finally turned up in the post the ever so needed spacer. So let's get this off and put the new one, the gasket, on. Now, after lots of fiddling, the carb is loose. Now what I wanted to do is try and show you the carburetor gasket underneath. I think it's been there a while. Let's have a zoom in, shall we? That's pretty brown and nasty, so we're going to get that off and put the new one on. And it ripped. God blimey. That's been on there a while. Sorry if my arm's in the way, everyone. There we go. Yeah, that's crispy, to say the least. Right, is there something else on that, or is it... It looks like there is something else there. Looks like another gasket of some kind. Yeah, there is, look at that. Ooh. Oh, lovely. Right, I need to sit this off to the side somehow, so I can work on getting this off and get a Stanley blade as well, so I can clean off the surface. Right, back shortly. Let's get a zoom in on that quickly. Does that move you slightly so you can see a bit more? There you go, look at that. That's just very, very old. Okay, I'll come back when this is clean. Well, I've cleaned off the face down there as best I could. Adjust the camera a bit more. There we go. It had a gasket on it and another thin black gasket underneath that. Now, from what I can tell, it doesn't really need that, because the spacer that I've got has got a gasket top and bottom. So and it's shaped in such a way, a bit like, I don't know, kidney, I suppose. Maybe not. So it's wider away from the engine. So, excuse me. Let's pop that on there, like so. And this is made of Bakelite. That's the stuff. It's a plastic derivative. Early stuff. Telephones were made of it back in the day. So I'm kind of hoping that is all it needs. Silly me with the carburetor. I'm just going to wind you back out again. As you can see, it's on its side, and you know that new gasket in the top is doing its job, because the float bowl has I was going to say diesel then. The float bowl has petrol in it. The carburetor is on its side and nothing is leaking. I've taken the low idle jet out because I wanted to clean out inside it, and there was a bit of crud on the thread but that was pretty much it. The actual needle itself is in pretty good order. If I can bring that closer to you, you can see it's pointy. So that goes in there. And I've already squirted some carb cleaner inside it. So I'm going to just screw this back in, and then I'm going to have to readjust it because I can't remember exactly how many screws out it needs to be. When I read online that it was 2.5 or 2 3/4, I think that might be wrong. So I'm going to have to try and twiddle with it and try and get the carb running again. It was running this morning, but it was running badly. And I think also it's down to these HT leads that I bought, because I think I may have mentioned this already. I was taking these off when I got home just to check the colour of them, but I didn't even get that far, because when I pulled off was it number 2? Yes, pulled off number 2. The metal contact inside stayed on the top of the spark plug. Now these leads, you can't peel back the boot, so you can cut the HT lead and reattach it like you normally would, or at least that I did when I was working on the bikes before. You could literally disconnect it, cut it, reattach it, and you'd have a fresh connection. These, no chance. I had to slice the side of the boot to try and get to the metal of the inner of the cable. These are not as good as I thought they'd be. So, you know, you win some, you lose some when it comes to buying parts for cars and bike engines and things like that. So yeah, I need creaky. I need to get a decent set of HT leads, which is more money, which is you know, it's one of those things. Anyway, I'm going to bolt this back down. Unfortunately, actually no, I'm going to just rest it down for now, because for some unknown reason the gasket kit that I bought has up and vanished. It's decided to go on holiday, and it's not in here, it's not in the garage, it's not in the car. So it's here somewhere, and that's got all the other little bits and pieces I need to go in that carburetor. I think I'm going to change the little membrane inside there. That's to do with the throttle, or pumping fuel in. It's one or the other. I don't know much about carburetors. They're a mystery to me. So yeah, I'm going to just place this back on there, and I'll be back with you in a few moments. To me, it could be a day or so. Well, as you can hear, TeeCee's running smoothly. Look at that. Sounds really good as well. Well, that should bring to an end the carburetor issues. If anything else comes up, I will document it, of course. But yeah, thanks for watching this double parter on the carb, and I'll see you in the next film. Thanks for watching, guys. Just a quick mention. Thank you so much to the PayPal donations. I wouldn't have been able to get the air filter without your help. The vac pipe, I know that it's not expensive, but it all helps. So yeah, massive thank you to the people who have donated to the channel so far. It really helps keeping things going. So yeah, all good stuff.